Dogs.com here with Chris and Rod here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 3,365 days a year, 3,065 days a year.
They don't give you any more work than I have to.
I got turkey on the brain. That's all I think about. I got, what time does the bird go in? I already got into the pumpkin pie. I'm already in it. There's a slice. There's a slice out of it. It's already out. I got into it.
Did you do when? Did you do that thing as a kid where you took a little slice and you tried to squeeze it together?
No, I never tried to squeeze together. I just always took the slice.
And just like, hey.
Yeah. It's the way it works.
It's easy. You just have to slice down the middle. See, when you have the pie and it's perfectly round, if you slice it right down the middle, like lengthwise, so you can't take your typical piece of pie. You have to slice it down the middle this way, so you get that sliver down the middle, and then it'll fit right back together.
I got nothing to hide. I don't care. I ate
Well,
the
yeah,
pie.
exactly.
I ate the pie.
But when you were a kid, you're trying to hide that you didn't take a pie before everybody else got pie.
No, my wife, she knows. I'm probably gonna get into the pie. You leave it out on the counter, I'm probably gonna get into it.
How did I never think of that? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you just like down the middle.
Now you have to. Jeez, I didn't even think of that. Now you got to get rid of the hashtag too. Jeez, I didn't even think of that.
Anyways.
But yes, happy Thanksgiving to all my neighbors to the south. Love
So you
this.
guys don't do
schedule
the
that comes with it.
Thanksgiving? You don't even eat the meal, nothing, huh?
Well, we don't have it scheduled, but I mean, I will gladly go get like a turkey breast or something, just throw it in, and just partake, just for kicks.
You guys you don't.
I won't say no.
How about the people that get a ham? What's up with those people?
I don't know.
I'm
Like
not.
Easter
We always
and
have one of
Christmas.
those.
I don't.
Yeah,
fry
we
them.
always have one of those spiral. We always have one of those spiral hams at Christmas, but
I like
I
to
don't
send.
know.
I like
I'm
to
more.
send those to cappers that call in sick.
Smile eye for you.
Send him a ham. He takes care of everything. Did you get my ham?
That's what the guy was running with on my front step.
That's what happens. So what's going on in this World Cup, Chris? Everyone's played a game now. Almost everybody.
Almost everybody's played a game now. Yeah, and it was. Yes, there was a little bit of mayhem. Japan beat Germany. Um, Canadian hearts were broken as Alfonso Davies missed a penalty, and all Belgium needed was the one goal just before the end of the first half to hold on for the win. But still two more games, and still actually some decent games left to be played as well. Today I'm trying to remember what games were today. I know there was one this morning. And Switzerland beat Cameroon this morning. Uruguay, South Korea was a tie. You still got Portugal, Ghana, and Brazil, Serbia today. So I think Brazil, Serbia is going to be a good game.
The best Brazilians are Serbian. Interesting. Brazil, Serbia, run, don't walk.
I think that it's probably going to be the game of the day. I mean, the first two haven't given it much to live up to, but
the game of the day. The game of the day.
They're not having turkey over there. I can almost assure you.
Definitely not having turkey and running for 90 minutes.
Oh gosh, I didn't even think about running around for 90 minutes. Yeah, that wouldn't work.
We're gonna have turkey, but we're gonna have Monte Cristos today. So there's turkey ham,
Ooh.
Swiss cheese.
Turkey hams.
Is that the one that's deep fried?
No, it's with you make with the French toast bread without the
Oh,
cinnamon.
right. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What's what I'm thinking of? Is that a croque monsieur? A croque for dab or something like that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's one that's deep fried.
Anyway, speaking of deep fried, let's get to. We got some guy yelling out requests here. In case you don't know, we kind of go through the schedule. Doesn't really matter what you guys yell out. Just go through.
Play Freebird.
Yeah, Freebird. I guess there are a couple early college basketball. Maybe we'll do college hoops first. Kansas versus Wisconsin, Siena, Florida State, Northeastern Manhattan, Portland, Carolina. Chris, any of these four?
Yeah, I do like Kansas in this spot. Wisconsin looked really good defensively against Dayton yesterday, but still gonna have to go from Dayton to now a Kansas team that's probably gonna be the best team they faced this season. Yeah, Kansas didn't blow NC State out of the water, but I think for Wisconsin, there's only so much relying on the defense that you can do before it comes back to bite you, and I think it comes back to bite them here. So I'm gonna go with Kansas in that one. I'm also gonna go with the over between North Carolina and Portland. I think this is a game where North Carolina could easily get into the 80-point range, even 85. And that wouldn't leave much work for Portland to do to get us up and over this number of 153.5. So I just have a hard time, laying a big number with North Carolina when that cover over James Madison was the first one they had all season. So I'm going to go towards the over in that one.
Portland's not a bad team this year. They're really not.
Yeah.
They've returned everybody from last year. 19-win team. Rod, how about you?
In these ones, I'm going to go with Wisconsin plus the points. I think Kansas wins the game, but I think it's more like a 5-6 point win. I think Wisconsin gets the cover late. And the other one I like Florida State. I think they win by 10 plus over Siena. I just don't trust Siena at all. I think this Florida State team steps up big and blows them out of the gym by 10 plus. I'm not touching that. North Carolina. Tough spot. Definitely not enamored with the early games.
Huh. I like Siena against Florida State. Florida State's got big problems. I think Siena, teams that hit the three, kind of like American against Georgetown yesterday, teams that hit the three, they give themselves that chance at the end. And against teams that fold at the end, it's always a problem, So I'm going to take Siena in that one. I like Carolina also against Portland, but I think that Carolina, we haven't really seen the best of them yet. Portland, they returned a lot of players from last year, but I have some concerns. So I just think Carolina finally flexes their muscle. We take them. I think that Wisconsin-Kansas is a good place to not bet. Stanford taking on Ole Miss. USC versus Tennessee. Princeton versus State. Chris? Chris?
Sorry about that. Didn't realize I had my mic muted. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go with Tennessee here, laying the points against USC. This is a really good Tennessee team, and I'm not faulting them for that loss to Colorado. They've been really good since then. And if you're looking for a common opponent, Florida Gulf Coast beat USC to start the year, and Tennessee went ahead and beat Florida Gulf Coast by 31. Not saying that Tennessee beats USC here by 31, but I think they can do enough to get a cover here. So I like Tennessee in that one. And I also like Army plus the points against Princeton. This is an Army team that shoots really well from 2-point range. And they can chip away and do enough to keep this one within 9.5. It's already dropped down a point. I think I'd try to hop on that Army line before it goes down any further.
Rod?
And for me in these ones, I like the under here in Ole Miss and Stanford. I think you got two defenses that shine in that one. They step up. We get under the 132.5 in that one. I like the under in that one. And the other one I like here is I like Duke to pound up on Oregon State. I think Duke kicks the snot out of the Beavers, and they're just a better team. Blow them out the gym. Give me Duke. Pound town the Beavers in that one.
All right. I like Duke in that one. This Oregon State just still hasn't shown me anything. I like USC plus the points. I was surprised they beat BYU, to be honest with you. But Tennessee is kind of so inconsistent. Ole Miss is probably the easiest of the bunch. Got New Orleans against Indiana, Purdue, Villanova, Iowa State, NC State, and Dayton, and the Citadel versus Denver.
I'm gonna stick with Iowa State here. I don't like this Villanova team. They just haven't seemed to respond yet to Kyle Neptune, and I think Iowa State. This is always a team that's always a live dog. They always battle hard, and I think they're going to be able to do that here against Villanova. Take the 1.5. You can take them on the money line if you want to get a little bit of extra value, but I think Iowa State gets the job done here. And I'm going to take NC State plus the points against Dayton. Again, Dayton inconsistent offensively right now. I know they went up against a good Wisconsin defense yesterday, and I think they're going to have an easier time scoring against NC State, but I think NC State could just outscore Dayton here. But I'll take the 3 points for safety in that one.
Rod?
And for me, I like U of Hui here. Give me the Jaguars plus all them points against the Privateers. They're still 0-6 ATS now against another start, not the good Privateers team. Both of these teams are not the greatest teams, but that's way too many points for Privateers to be covered. I'll take the Jaguars on that one. And, of course, we're going to go back to the Citadel. They did as good yesterday. I think they can beat Denver in this one. I think they beat them outright. I'm going to take Citadel on the money line in that one.
I like Iowa State against Villanova. Iowa State definitely victims of the transfer portal. They were a Sweet 16 team a year ago, and I think they have some pretty good talent on that team. I like Dayton against NC State. I don't know. Dayton's got the 2 losses this year. Both of them, I think, are respectable. But NC State, I thought they fought the good fight in their game, too. NC State always has good athletes on their team. It's just a matter of putting it together. But I'll go with Dayton. Got Oklahoma, Nebraska, Xavier, Florida, BYU, Butler, and Seton Hall, Memphis.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over between Florida and Xavier. Two teams like to push the pace. Ranked top 75 in tempo, both of them, and I think this is going to be a game where you're going to see a ton of possessions, a lot of points. We've seen Xavier 4-0 to the over already this season. And Florida, well, they've been hitting 75 points with a lot of regularity in their schedules so far. So I like the over in that one. And surprisingly, I like the under between Memphis and Seton Hall. Seton Hall, we knew we were going to get defense when Shaheen Holloway came over from St. Peter's. But Memphis has been pretty good defensively as well. They're top 20 in adjusted defensive efficiency. I just think this is going to be a bit of a lower scoring game. Total even reflects that. When it opened, I thought it would be in the 140s, but sitting at 138.5, I like this one to go under the number.
Rod?
And for me, in these ones, I like Xavier over Florida here. Xavier loves to shoot the three, and if they get hot, this Gators team definitely does not defend the three very well. Could be a long day for the Gators in that one if they get hot for the three, and I think they do. So I'm going to think Xavier lay the points in that one. And the other one, I like BYU here against Butler. I think they're just the better team. I think they can snag the win. I think the wrong team's favored. I know it totally flipped around. I think BYU gets the win over Butler in that one.
Yeah, I like BYU over Butler too. I don't know why that line is that way. Butler has shown us really nothing in years at this point, and I like Xavier against Florida. Sean Miller back at Xavier. Two good coaches going at it. I just think Sean Miller is just a guy that kind of finds a way, makes whatever calls he needs to make to get it done. Got Oregon taking on UConn, West Virginia versus Purdue, Vandy versus Fresno, who are dead to me, by the way, and Michigan State against Alabama. Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to take UConn in this one. I think they're the better team, and Oregon. It's a bit of a home game for Oregon because the game still is being played. I believe it's in Portland, but I think UConn just the better team to get after it defensively. They haven't had a tough schedule necessarily, but I think that's still this is a UConn team that can shoot the lights out. I think they do just that against Oregon here. I think Oregon's in a little bit of trouble here, so I'm going to take UConn in that one, and it's being played technically on the 25th, but I like St. Mary's laying the points against Washington. I just think the St. Mary's team is legit. We saw it yesterday against Vanderbilt. I think we're going to see it here against a Washington team that I'm not all that high on. St. Mary's getting it done on both ends of the floor, so I like St. Mary's to win that one comfortably as well.
Rod?
Yeah, I agree. Give me St. Mary's to blow out Washington in that one, win comfortably in that one. And I agree. I like UConn here. I liked it Oregon at the plus number before. Now it's moved. It's been bet down. Now I like UConn. I think it's a 3-4 point win for UConn in that one. So I definitely like the Huskies in that one over the Ducks. Now I think you got to go back with Fresno. I think even though they didn't do you good yesterday, I think they come back today and keep it closer with Vandy. You're getting 4.5 points. Got to go with Fresno plus the 4.5 in that one.
Okay.
Vandy's not that good to be blowing teams out by 5+.
Yeah, I like Vandy in that one against Fresno. Fresno's just dead to me. I also like West Virginia against Purdue. I think Purdue's soft and overrated. West Virginia's just really hard-nosed. This type of game that Huggins loves against teams like this. I also don't understand the line in Michigan State, Alabama, but I'll take the points anyway. Michigan State. I don't think Alabama's consistent enough. Some massive holes in their defense last year when they played against the good teams. They gave up, they looked like just a sieve in the tournament, giving up, You're playing against a tournament-style team here. I like Michigan State. I don't even understand the line. Okay. Chris, what are you selling today?
Today I got a couple things going on. I got my $15 NFL Platinum play for the Thanksgiving Day action. I also had that $15 play as part of my Thursday Throwdown 5-pack. Got 4 college hoops plays in there, as well as the NFL play for $50. And remember, use that promo code PICK. Get 15% off any purchase of $25 or more. Hop on long term. I think I found one more play that I like. I'm going to put in for long term subscribers as well. So make sure you jump on that and take advantage of it.
Rod?
And for me, over at Pick Dog Streaming, a nice winning day. gonna try to keep it rolling here on Thanksgiving. I've got my $15 plate. It's in the NFL today, in the night game. So scoop that up. Or I've got my kickoff the Thanksgiving play in the NFL. Or I've got my 10-star college basketball game of the week. Absolutely love that play. Or you can get it all in Thump, the Bookie Thursday, in my 5-pack, which gives you all my plays all in one spot. So scoop it up, grab my 5-pack, and let's have a nice winning Thanksgiving.
All right, right now I only have one college basketball pick up for sale, but I have a bunch of other picks in my long-term packages. So you can grab those, or I'll put up another late package. I got college hoops, I got college football and NFL, so I can easily put something together. Just I wanted to get those videos out for the games that had the late lines today and get ahead for NBA tomorrow. The lines are already out on those. So Rod had an interesting strategy before the show because I told him what happened here at my house, and that's I got into the pie, and it happened. My wife was like doing some kind of workout tape or something, and the pie was just sitting on the counter. I just took out a knife, I cut out a slice, and just threw it on a plate, put some Cool Whip on it, and stayed it. Happened. But Rod thinks that we should mend the pie. So he says that you can cut the middle out of the pie and then put it back together. So you'd be forced to eat that middle section that you cut out as well.
Oh yeah, you're eating that middle section because.
But you wouldn't get full crust. You wouldn't get full crust, because you need to have.
No.
But you don't have to then borrow some crust from one of the other pieces to make up.
No, because if your knife have to be perfectly clean and it has to go in just nicely.
So he says if you take the pie, you cut it exactly now on either side of the slice, you squeeze it together, and now you have a smaller circle.
Correct. You're not going to keep it in. You have to take it out of the pie pan and put it on a display plate.
Display plate? Who the hell's
got
a display plate?
Lots of people have the little. Your pie sits on a counter with like one of those lids so that you can see the pie?
No, nobody wants me to see the pie. Nobody wants me to see the
pie.
That's never happened. No one's ever come over and said, I'm just going to leave a pie on the counter. Yeah. It's like, believe me, I could be at somebody else's house. That same thing would happen to the pie.
Yeah. But that's what it's there for. It's there for people
to eat. Yes, the pie is there to be eaten.
Definitely.
It's not just for dessert anymore.
No, because some people like to eat dessert first, so that's allowed. I would definitely not look down on somebody because they ate the pie first.
I'm not putting myself up to.
It's all going in the same place, so no difference.
I don't care what other people think about my pie timing. Nor how much whipped cream I put on it, Cool Whip or other non-dairy whipped toppings. Or dairy toppings, for that matter. That's what I do.
Rich's, if you can find Rich's whipped topping, oh man. Oh, that's the cat's
Rich's,
ass.
The people that make half and half? Same company?
Yeah, it's called Rich's whipped topping. Is what they got? Oh man. So good.
I'm in the pie. I got into it. I didn't even think twice about it. I tell you, there was not even like a thought that went into the back of my head that said, man, maybe I should wait. Not even like remotely close. My wife like walked by. It was like, what are you doing? I'm like, some pie. It's like, what are you doing?
Got crumbs littered all over your face.
Oh, no, there's no crumbs. I had it on a plate. I had a fork, a little Cool Whip. It's like, what are you doing? There's a pie sitting here.
My weakness is a cheesecake on the counter. If there's a cheesecake on the counter, you're in trouble. Oh, man.
We don't usually have like pies, cakes, and tarts, but Today we do.
It's that time of year that a lot of people, a lot of family, you got cookies out and you got tarts, chocolate balls.
We're not big
and,
we're not big on the junk food. I had put on 20 pounds during COVID, and I've been working hard to take it off. So I'm down about 5 of it. I've lost. Got about 15 more to go.
We'll put out carrot sticks and celery sticks.
Today I'll probably put the 5 back on.
Chopped up
I'm hoping
radish.
by next week when I weigh in, I'll be good again. But I've been working out every day. Guys, I'm ripped, shredded. Can you see?
Shredded.
I'm ripped.
Totally.
I rollerblade. I got hit by a car yesterday. I knocked out my ass. Yep, guy bumped me with his car. His rollerblading. It's like I came to an intersection, came through. I tried to stop. Guy tapped me. I got knocked on my ass. He didn't even stop. Didn't freaking stop.
Wow.
Yeah, people suck. People suck. Anyways, let's go to our. Let's go to the NFL. Let's just talk about it. I'll be on at halftime. I don't know if Briggs is coming on or not. They're going to be quick shows at halftime. We're probably not going to stay through the drive or anything. It's just going to be like 5-minute halftimes. We got the Lions against the Bills. The Lions 9.5-point home dogs in this one. 4-6 on the season. Still in the playoff hunt. Up against the Buffalo Bills, 7-3, second place in the AFC East. Second game in a row in Detroit. Last week on the visitor sideline as the home team. This week on the visitor sideline as the visitor. I don't know, Chris. Do you think that their trip to Detroit softened them up a little bit? Staying there, living the high life?
Potentially. But I don't know. I think I'm still probably going to stick with the over in this one. Detroit's had a couple solid, defensive outings in recent games, but now you guys still go up against the Buffalo Bills, who still have one of the most potent offenses in the league. And not only that, I think Detroit can get some, offense going as well against this banged up Buffalo secondary that still has a lot of holes in it. Even with Jared Goff throwing the football, I think this game is bred for points, and so I'm going to take the over in this one.
Rod?
Yeah, I like the over as well. Just as I said, both offenses can definitely score the points. I think both teams can get into the 30s in this one, and we see a high-scoring shootout in the first game. I definitely like the over 54.5 in this one.
Anyways, Carrie, I was telling everyone that I got into the pie. The pie.
You didn't even invite me.
It happens. Rod has a strategy for. He says what you do is you take the pie, you cut out the middle like this, you put the pieces together, and it just looks like one big circle again. But that way you don't get the crust distribution that I'm looking for, though.
The crust is
Yeah, you got it. Then you'd have to take crust off other pieces, and before you know it, you've eaten the whole pie.
I never said it was a flawless plan, but it does work if people aren't paying attention.
Are you eating your crust?
Hold on, I just need a little piece. Thanks.
My wife's saying it's pretty good. She's into the pie. All right, would you take it, Rod? I like the under in this one. Bills Lions just seems a little too high for me. I also like the Lions plus the points. I'm gonna parlay them up, same game.
epic fail.
My wife's got that pie in her hand with whipped cream on it.
Someone's going to go to the store and get another pie.
One pie per two people. I think.
What'd you have for breakfast? half a pie.
Half a pie and 2 of those croissants from the French guy.
Nice.
He's so proud of his baking. He should be. It's unbelievable. Dallas versus the Giants. Jay Briggs jumping up and down on the Cowboys on our NFL show yesterday. Chris, reason for it? No reason for it.
I'm going to jump up and down on the other side of the seesaw. I like the Giants plus the points. There's certain things you don't do in life. You don't eat yellow snow, you don't spit in the wind, and you don't bet on the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. 1-10 against the spread in the last 11 Thanksgiving games. And Daniel Jones usually is a road underdog, pretty good. 14-5 against the spread in his career. 7-3 against the spread as a divisional underdog. And he's got a pretty good record too when he's a road underdog, catching, I believe it's at least 3 points. So I got to go with the Giants plus the points in this one.
Right.
Daniel Jones is also 7-0 ATS off of a short week. So on these short weeks as well, he's perfect so far. So you definitely got to go with the Giants plus the points. This one, and all watching these Thanksgiving games, it's Dallas may win. How many times Leon Lett I'm gonna get the ball. Don't touch it, Lett. He slid right in, and the Dolphins.
That was oh yeah, that's right. That was right.
Snow game.
Yep.
That was on Thanksgiving. I don't know how many times.
Yeah, it was. I remember.
Dallas.
Blocked field goal.
Yep. Blocked field goal.
In
Don't
the
touch
snow.
it! Don't touch it! And he slid right in, and he
In the snow. Yep.
touched it, and then into the end zone. It went touchdown. Dolphins win. Yeah.
It's gonna be joint premium VIP.
Got to go with
today.
the point.
We've been doing separates, but today's joint premium VIP. Those of you that weren't here yesterday, Sports Chat Place is going away on Monday. It's becoming SCP betting. So an era, the end of an era, the start of a new era.
Start of something new.
We've got 99,600 YouTube subscribers. I remember our first 1,000. Rod went out and hoarded himself out trying to get people so we could
So
we can go live.
Myself. Come on, come on!
we need 1,000 people so we can go live. Sign up. I think we had 1,000 subscribers the first day.
Are you asking for change? No, I don't want change. I just want to subscribe. Come on.
Hit the
Doesn't cost you
freaking
cents.
We just want to go live. I don't care if you watch or not. Didn't take us that long. Really didn't.
No, it was pretty quick.
I believe that we'll springboard fast from here. We're just getting.
Well, yeah, somebody was slow because we were.
COVID.
I was implanted in the other Facebook group. Remember?
Yeah.
It was slow in kicking me out. So
It was also
like,
COVID.
come on, get out of here.
It was also COVID, and everything. Too,
Yeah.
What about the betting tools? Will the website be the same? Yes, but it'll be SCP betting. Everything will be rebranded. New URLs, new everything. It'll redirect. Like if you put Sports Chat Place, it'll redirect to SCP betting. Everything will flow. It'll still flow. You could type in either one, Sports Chat Place, SCP betting. It's just time. It's just time. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah. You always gotta be willing to adjust, and
it's just shorter. That's really the whole thing. It's just a shorter name. Anyways, shorter. Vikings versus Patriots. 42.5 points on the total in this thing. What do you think?
Yeah, you know what? Give me the Patriots and the points. I think Kirk Cousins in prime time is a real thing, and the fact of the matter is that it's going up against one of the best defenses in the league. Bill Belichick going to draw someone up for the Vikings here. And not only that, I mean, Kirk Cousins doesn't do well under pressure, and the Patriots lead in the league right now in sack rate and pressure rate. I think they're going to be able to get into the backfield on the banged up Vikings offensive line here. So I'm going to take the Patriots plus the points.
Rod.
Yeah, I like New England on the money line over the Vikings in this one. We see what Dallas did last week. They were able to run the ball, and we know New England and Bill Belichick can definitely make a nice game plan for running the ball against these Vikings. Control the clock and keep it out of the Vikings' high potent eye at any time. But Bill Belichick will control the clock. New England will get the win in this one. I like the Patriots on the money line.
I disagree. I think the Vikings have too many weapons and the Patriots have no quarterback whatsoever. I think when they've played against the good teams, the Patriots, they've gotten cracked pretty good. And I expect that to happen here. Anyways, any parlays or anything else like that? It's not a lot to work with today, but
We got the Egg Bowl too, no?
oh yeah, the Egg Bowl, Mississippi, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. What do you think, Chris?
Just quickly, I'll throw in. I like Ole Miss. It's supposed to be some rain in the forecast here. Probably make it hard for that Mississippi State air raid offense to move the ball down the field. That plays right into the hand of Ole Miss, who likes to run the football. They took a bad loss against Arkansas last week, but still ran for 463 yards. And against a Mississippi State team that's the one flaw of the Mississippi State defense. I got to think Ole Miss has a great big day running the football here. I'm going to go with Ole Miss laying the points.
Yeah, I agree. Ole Miss at home is been playing lights out 5-1 at home, and Mississippi State on the road has not been good. They only got one win on the road, only one covered as well. So tough spot for Mississippi State to come into, and I like Ole Miss by at least by a touchdown or more. So I'll lay the points for Miss.
Yep.
They win the Egg Bowl.
All right. The Egg Bowl. Usually you can throw the record book out the window in this one. A lot of good college football. Tomorrow we'll have a full show of college football, and we'll have college hoops tomorrow. Chris and I are picking through that schedule with a fine-tooth comb. Man, there's a ton of games again. I narrowed it down, I think, pretty good. I'm sure we can go through it again. And then we'll have NBA back in full swing tomorrow. The line's already out for NBA, so I'm already working on mine. But thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. I'll see you guys in a few hours, halftime of the Lions-Cowboys game. That game starts in an hour. Or Lions-Bills game, that game starts in an hour. So I'll see you guys at halftime of that game. And, I don't know if Jay Briggs is going to be with me for all of the games or not going to be with all the games. He's kind of been wishy-washy about the whole thing. But more than likely, they'll probably be short shows, short halftimes, nonetheless. By the time we get to that late one, I don't even know if I'll be awake. But thanks, everyone, for joining us. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. VIP Premium Combo Show today.